In this video, we will show how to make a repertorisation in Similia Homeopathy software. To create a new repertorisation, we have two options. One way is to go to the Repertory section and click the Quick Repertorisation button. This will create a new case automatically called Quick Repertorisation, and it allows us to quickly start the repertorisation process. Let's go back to the home page of the software. The other way is to go to the Cases section and create a new case. Here we'll input a case title, which can be the name of the patient, an abbreviation, or anything we want. The main complaint is also just text and can be anything we like. If we want, we can also add patient details, but those are not compulsory, so we will just proceed and create the case. This is the main page of the case, and it is empty. So the first thing we want to do is create a first analysis. We can give a label to our analysis if we want to differentiate it from other analyses in the future, when we may have more for the same patient. This is the analysis page. On the right side, we have the repertory, which we can use to find and add rubrics to our repertorisation. On the left side, we will see the rubrics that we add. Now we will start a search so that we can add some rubrics. We can see that on each rubric, there is a green plus button that we can use to add a rubric to the repertorisation. As we do this, we can see on the left side that the rubrics are starting to show. Next, we will close the search and use the Repertory Explorer to add some other rubrics. As we can see, we have now added 5 rubrics, and we get an initial preview of the analysis of the repertorisation. Here in the grid, there is a bar in the middle that we can slide to give more space to one section or the other. We can also scroll horizontally. But this is just a preview. If we want to see the full analysis and have more tools to customize our analysis, we can click on the green analysis button. Now all the space is dedicated to the grid, and we have some other buttons available. For example, by default, the remedies are ordered by some of the grades, but we can click to instead order them by the number of rubrics, or by small remedies, or by small rubrics. We can also filter the remedies by kingdom or family. With this filter, we can merge rubrics. We can also use an elimination filter, which will filter out from the grid all the remedies that are not present in the selected rubric for the elimination, which can be 1 or more. We can grade each rubric from 0 to 4. To go back and add more rubrics to our repertorisation, we can click the red close button on the top right. This will bring us back to where we have our repertory, and we can continue adding rubrics for analysis. We have different clipboards that we can use. Right now we are in A. As we can see, we also have B, C, and D, and different tools are available to use these multiple clipboards. For example, we have the import button, which allows us to duplicate rubrics from one clipboard to another. Now we are in B, which is empty. We will select A and import. This way, all the rubrics we added in A are now duplicated in B. We can also duplicate a single rubric using the duplicate button that appears on each rubric. This lets us duplicate the rubric to C. If we go to C now, we see that the rubric has been duplicated there. We can also drag and drop a rubric from one clipboard to another. For example, we can click and drag a rubric to D. Now it is no longer in B, but it appears in D. The important thing is that with the import button, we can also import clipboards from other analyses of the same patient. This is useful when we have a follow-up appointment and want to start the repertorisation from a previous appointment. We can select the previous analysis and import the clipboard from there.